Yeah, let's start.
Hello and welcome, viewers. I'm Nirmal. We've been talking to Kunal Shah on a daily basis to get his perspective with regards to what's the outlook looking like in terms of where commodities go. We've been really strong in our conversations, at least with regards to crude as well as gold. But today, let's just first pick up gold in our conversation. Kunal, welcome to the show. My first question coming to you is, uh, I've been time and again reiterating myself that you have been really positive on gold. But right now, also, if you go to see today as well, gold prices already hit that 47,000 per 10 grams, and this was for the first time. Now, there are fears of a deeper global recession, and that's something which is actually pushing gold prices higher globally as well. What's the strategy for today? And if you have to look between today and tomorrow, what are the kind of targets that you're looking at?
There are two things which can stop or put a halt to the gold's rally right now. One is the announcement of vaccine being trialed on human, and now it is actually started to work. So that is one, and another is the end of the lockdown. These are the two things which can possibly lead to some bit of profit taking. So now we tell our viewers that yesterday we were expecting a bit of profit taking, but it never came. The fact remains is that every day with the new forecast coming in by IMF, by the investment bankers, or yesterday there was a forecast by the JP Morgan CEO Demi Jim on that we are going to see a worse recession than everyone is fearing. So this kind of thing is not going to lead to any correction in gold. So till now, we see any positive news on the vaccine or the medicine front for this COVID-19 crisis. At that time, we can see some profit taking, but till then, I think the buying will resume 200, 300 rupees downside, what we'll see. But eventually, gold prices will move up only. So it's just a matter of time where we need that kind of news for gold prices to go down. So 47,400 are kind of level which one should eye on going forward in gold.
Right. Kunal, if you could help us understand as well. Now, yes, as a safe haven, that's something that you're looking at. But how much support is gold getting from a weaker rupee? Because you've already seen the rupee, which has fallen to a record low of almost around 76.85. If I'm not mistaken, that's the low it hit in today's day of trade.
Yeah, and it seems you're talking about the spot rupee, but the futures is already above 77. So, like we had been advising, even for the rupee, the weaker rupee is going to be until and unless RBI comes up and do the intervention. Again, the weak trend is likely to continue. In India, the crisis is not as bad as of now, the way it is in the Western countries. But at the same time, still there are concerns, still there is worry, still there is a lockdown which is going on. So the economic impact is going to be horrible, and the fiscal deficit of India is going to go up and may even test more than 5.5% of the GDP, which was earlier projected to be 3%. So I think no good news for rupee, and hence 77.20 looks very much on the cards. And I think at that time we can expect some bit of intervention by the RBI. But I think the broader trend for rupee also weak, and that is also one of the reasons why gold in India is now moving up. So weaker rupee is also assisting gold prices. So yesterday we saw rupee at 76.10 futures, and today it is at 77. So rupee weakness is also making this rally more reliable.
Right. And overall, Kunal, if you look at the SBDR gold trust as well, now on that front, the holdings have been going up. Is this actually giving you an indication that the investors' appetite for gold is still really high?
Yes, if I want to buy gold today, I cannot go to jeweler vendor where who is dealing in the bullion trader. I cannot go there because there is a
Correct.
lockdown. The
Correct.
only option left to the international investors is the ETF, or in India we have a sovereign gold bond scheme. So these are the only two options which are available right now, and that's why the buying in SPDR gold trust has been shooting up. And I think. Going forward also, where there is, okay, if you consider where is the clarity right now, in which asset class there is a clarity. In equity, you don't know if this lockdown continues, or after 1 month, 2 months again the COVID-19 crisis starts to resurface again. So that there is no uncertainty, there is no certainty over there. For metals in China also, the number of cases are again moving up, not in Wuhan, but in other parts of the China. We don't know. In Singapore, the cases are again started to move up. So where is clarity right now? The reason why gold is doing well, that only one asset class where there is clarity, that so much money printing has taken place, economic scenario doesn't look good. So gold should go up. It is common sense. And hence, gold prices are still doing well. So there is only one place where there is clarity, and that is in gold.
Right.
So gold
Right.
is still moved up and is still likely to go up further.
Right. And coming to base metals as well, what's the strategy you hold?
Uh, I have a two strategy. One is on zinc. Zinc looks good because the production cuts are intensifying. One more miner came today and announced the production cut in zinc. So zinc can
Okay.
go up 154, 155 kind of level, which we can expect in zinc. And at the same time, I'm not very optimistic for copper for the time being because copper has already rallied significantly, 40, 50 rupees upside what we've seen in copper. So copper, I'll stick to my yesterday's view, 397, 398, good levels to go short. Expect it to go down 390 to 389, and stop loss should be placed at 403. Whatever trade you are doing, please put a strict stop loss, because these are not the markets where the intelligence is definitely is not working right now. So trade with a very strict stop loss.
Right. And what's the strategy one should adopt in terms of crude as well? You continue to maintain a sell in today's session like yesterday.
Yeah, that is for the farm contract, because what we are seeing in crude oil market, in history of the crude oil market, we've not seen such scenario. The difference between the April contract and the June contract is more than 800 rupees. So the reason for that is that OPEC is clearly indicating that the demand destruction, which I used to tell 25, is not even 25; it is more than 29 million barrels. So I see that, and next month there will be a production cut. So May and June month contract are trading at premium. So I think May contract, considering 1550 for the April, I think May should correct and go down for the time being. And I think 2100 good levels to go short for the downside target of 2040.
Right. So, Kunal, are we saying yesterday the difference that we were talking about was almost around 500 to 550 points, and that has now moved to around 800 to 850?
No, no, no. That difference is continuously that same
Okay.
only. But I'm talking about April. Yesterday I was talking about April and May contract.
Contracts, correct.
April and June contract is at
June. Okay.
800.
Okay.
I mean, I have not seen that 2 months contract is. So, for example, if I am bullish on crude oil and I want to buy a June contract today, so it is already trading at 800 rupees premium. So this has never taken place in the history. Ever since I have saw crude oil trading on the bourses, I have not seen that 800 rupees difference with the very low base. So it is clearly indicating that in months to come. So if I say the next months when the lockdown will start, crude oil will go up, but it is already up. So there is no point. So I think before the next month, we should see some profit taking or further downside in the farmer contract.
Right. And another bit I'm picking up right now is especially the Saudis, which are now actually increasing their discounts as well to get and garner market share. Do you think that's something which could have an impact as well?
That is already having impact on the near term. So on the whatever is going on, the demand destruction is taking place, and in this time, Saudi is offering $2, $2.5
Correct.
discount to the buyers. So it's not doing any good to the market. The OPEC cartels, even though they came up with a 10 million barrel production
Hmm.
cut, but the cartel doesn't seem to be having a strong hold within themselves, and
Correct.
that shows the weakness amongst the cartel. So this kind of move by Saudi Arabia is definitely not going to help revive the oil prices.
Right. So that's an interesting take that we're picking up. So it's a sell call coming in with regards to crude, whereas buy gold and buy zinc, at least for today's GFT. Thank you, Kunal, for joining in. And thank you, viewers, also for coming in. We will come back with you with more strategies in the latter part of the session as well. Thank you.
My pleasure.